to another sweet episode of Soul Sessions here on Dominion Television. Now, today we're going to be talking about food. Not just tasty food, but healthy food, because food doesn't have to be boring or complicated. Now, joining me on the show to talk about how to cook and eat healthy is a chef that will prove to us that healthy food can also be delicious. So if you've been looking for how to balance healthy eating, cooking smart, and just knowing what to do right, then this is the episode for you. My name is Osaranoma Saba. Most people know me as the Edo Queen. Welcome to Soul Sessions. Back to Soul Sessions here on Dominion Television. Now, of course, my special guest for today's topic to talk about how to cook and eat healthy is none other than an intercontinental chef, a culinary expert and instructor, and of course, well sought after here in Ibadan and other countries, states, and everywhere, to be very honest, is the one and the only Chef Hug. Thank you for joining me on the show today. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good. That was a very splendid introduction.
Yes, so you deserve it.
Thank you very much.
So yes, let's go straight to business. We're talking food, but not just food, but healthy food. And I feel like a lot of people have the misconception that healthy food cannot be delicious. It has to taste bitter, or you have to feel, some sort of displeasure when eating. So how do we debunk, this myth really?
Okay, so basically, first things first, I would like to let people understand you can eat for two different reasons. You can eat aesthetically, and you can try and eat if you want to eat healthy. But the thing there's this notion that if it's green, it is tasteless. But over the time, we've been able to prove to people that it can actually be green and still be very delicious, because now, most of the herbs and the spices you have now that are still healthy can actually be infused into your meal and still make it taste nice.
Yeah, okay, that's really true. But let's talk about cooking methods now. Right? Are there some cooking methods that you feel probably would contribute better to healthy eating? Say, for example, I know they say like when you start to fry your foods, then, you're probably prone to a lot of oil and cholesterol. So in terms of cooking methods, which ones, tend towards healthy, methods more?
Okay, but like this has, there's a thin line between being a chef and being a dietitian.
Okay.
So, but as a chef, what we let people know that every form of cooking is healthy, but what do you apply to that method of cooking? But if you are generally speaking about diet and healthy cooking, I think it is better to grill and air fry.
Okay.
But if you are still using the normal, like you said, people will tell you frying, but like what kind of oil are you using to fry?
Okay.
Like if you fry with less saturated oils, it becomes more healthier than highly saturated oils. Oils with low cholesterol, we have rather than going for, you can go for olive oils instead of vegetable oils.
But this olive oil and vegetable oil now, it costs. And that's why people feel like if you want to eat healthy, it's really expensive, or you have to break the bank. Yeah. So is there a balance where I can have like a plate of healthy meal, right? And I wouldn't, rob the bank, to be able to keep that consistency with healthy eating? Okay,
so the actual truth is it's a little more expensive to actually balance eating thoroughly healthy. But to an extent, your health standard also can also come into play and can be a major role in you trying to eat healthy. For example, there are calorie calculators, where you input your age, your height, your weight, then it's not just about saying you want to eat healthy.
Okay.
Maybe for example, someone weighs about, let's say, 95 kg and is 55 years old, and you are eating wheat bread. Because there's this notion that wheat bread is very healthy. But after some time, we found dietitians and doctors coming out to tell us that it's not actually as healthy as we think it is. There's a new one from the FDA now. They are telling us now that fufu is healthier than eba, is healthier. Yes.
Really?
Yes, it has been proven.
Wow, interesting.
So it depends on how you want to balance it. So basically, it's always good to know the direction you're actually tilting towards, and your health and your general body standards before you can actually say, okay, this is what I want to go for. I want to go for example, if you are going for broccoli, it's more expensive. Rather than do broccoli, you can just do lettuce.
Okay.
So it's just about choices.
Knowing the right choices.
Yes.
Okay, and I think that's why this conversation is important. But I think another interesting thing that I've heard people talk about is the time factor. I was having a conversation with, a colleague, and she was basically just sharing, with the kind of work that you do, they will say, oh, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but you probably don't even have time to make breakfast, and then you get to and you're busy running from one office to the other, from one meeting to the other, and then you realize you've not had lunch, and then when you now get home, it's time for dinner, you are so tired, and you really just want the quickest thing. Some people probably just take garri and sleep, or maybe swallow, or then they might resort to junk food. So for people who are busy, right, but they still somewhat want to have a balance of actually eating healthy, how do they now strike the balance? Or are there like quick healthy meals that can that can be incorporated into their schedules?
Okay, so for that, there's a wonderful thing that the body is a very dynamic machine.
Yeah.
So one thing is, very early in the morning, like I usually tell people, if there's a balance, there's also your 3-3 factor.
Okay.
You have the 3 protein, 3 carbohydrates, and your 3 vitamins. In the morning, just make sure you can get into your body and what your system can break down over time. Because sometimes if you say, okay, you are busy, so on people, because of their schedule, they might tend to keep food overnight, then storage, in the refrigerators. And when you store food in the refrigerators, there's a breakdown of metabolism of the food before it gets into your system. So it's not always, I advise people. Yes, I advise people not to store, because storing food in the refrigerator is even closer to you processing the food. Because you're actually stopping the chemical reaction, which is what refrigeration actually does for you.
Yeah.
So it's always good to have high caliber foods.
Okay.
With for example edible nuts, things like that, like fruits, and mostly if you can mash up a couple of fruits to give you these smoothies, they come with high fiber, and so they can actually take you through the day.
Oh, so that's why we see people always doing smoothies.
Exactly. So they have this
with their bottles.
And this is what I said from the beginning. We need to know the difference between eating healthy and eating aesthetically.
Okay.
So people just want to feel among that. They just mash up everything together and think it's healthy.
Amazing. Okay, so for you personally, what would you say is your go-to healthy food?
For me as a person, because I'm a culinary enthusiast, I actually eat very broad.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say I have a go-to food for a boy. I just know I keep the basis of low saturation.
Okay.
Like low saturated meals, like meals with low fat, meals that have medium calories.
Okay.
So I just try and watch the calorie level, like as far as it's healthy. If it's healthy generally, it is healthy for me.
Okay. Now about processed foods, because you literally just having to mention storing food in the fridge and freezer, that shook me a little, because I felt it was even easier, because if you're not having time to eat, then it's just easier to, when you can cook, put in the freezer, when you get it out, just microwave and eat, right? But another angle to that is people also find solutions in processed food. So what alternatives would you give to people for processed food? Say, for example, I want to have tuna flakes, I want to have corned beef, there are even canned tomatoes, right? So what alternatives would we suggest to people that way?
The thing there is this: the easiest way is to store your food in its natural state, not in the cooked state. Because now, if you have your fresh tomatoes, maybe probably you ziplock them, store them in the refrigerator. It's different from when you cook the tomatoes. When you blend, cook, then you now refrigerate. So there are two. So it's better understanding that dynamic. That storing your food in its fresh state, in its natural state, is different from cooking them then storing them. And for canned foods, this is why I said there's a thin line between being a chef and being a dietitian. For we chefs, we tend to use, most of the time, we actually use a lot of canned, packed, bottled, processed.
Yeah.
But it still comes down to the fact that it is not as healthy as getting food in its natural state.
Okay, so just finally, as we're wrapping up, because I think everybody's pretty much anticipating to see what quick, healthy meal we can whip up in the kitchen. what would you advise, like one healthy food advice you would give to any and everybody, that it could apply to maybe young children, it could apply to the workaholic, it could apply to the entrepreneur, it could apply to, you know, even the laborer out there, because I mean, if we talk about them and how they really just binge on, you know, bread and, carbonated drinks and all of it, but what one healthy food do you think is, you know, unified that can apply to every single person?
I'm trying to get a question with like the food, a particular food.
Healthy food advice.
Okay, healthy food advice.
Yes.
Stay off carbonated drinks, stay off MSG and spices.
Hey,
then,
spices?
Yes, spices that contains MSG.
Oh, MSG.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we know spices that have MSG?
And okay, I think one thing generally with people is that we just go to the stores to pick up items off the shelf. We don't get to read the components. For example, if you go to the store and you're picking your spices, try and go for spices that are low in salt.
Okay.
You're going for salt, to go for iodized. So all those things matters a lot.
Okay. So avoid carbonated drinks, energy drinks, MSG spices.
Yes.
So when we're buying spices, go they check.
And sugar level is very, very, very important. I tell people, watch your sugar.
Watch our sugar. I feel
like it can damage.
Everybody has assignments now. A lot of assignments, but I think this is like a good starting point.
Yeah.
I understand that there's a difference between, you know, eating and then also, you know, being a dietitian or being a chef rather, and being a dietitian. But for people who are not even ready to cross over to dietetics, then you know, they probably want to know that okay, there's something you can do first, you know, to take that healthy step. So avoid carbonated drinks, avoid energy drinks, check the contents of your spices. So avoid MSG. If you're going for salt, go for iodized salt. Okay, so we still have Chef Hook with us in the studio, and as per usual, we're going to have an activity, and this time we're stepping into the kitchen and he came prepared. So you do not want to miss this. We'll be right back after this break.
Need a professional space to bring your vision to life? Dominion Television Studios offers state-of-the-art facilities perfect for your next broadcast, commercial, corporate video, or live event. With flexible rental options, cutting-edge equipment, and a supportive team, we provide the perfect environment for high-quality productions. Unleash your creativity. For bookings, email us at marketing@dominion.org.ng. Call us on 0705 506 1061 or 0916 101 1061. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok at Dominion Broadcast, and on X at Dominion Casts. Book your space today. Dominion Television, your channel of choice.
Live from the heart of the action. Welcome to the nerve center of Next Level Broadcasting.
This is the OB van, where the studio meets the street.
Equipped with cutting-edge cameras, crystal clear audio, real-time switching, and broadcast control, we don't just capture moments, we deliver the experience live.
Anywhere, anytime, from stadiums to red carpets, breaking news to buzzing festivals, weddings, birthdays, and all sorts of ceremonies. We bring the world to your screen in real time.
It's not just a van, it's a complete mobile production house, a command center, a broadcast beast.
This is more than a broadcast. This is the OB van difference. Live, loud, limitless.
Ready to go live? Like never before. Book the OB van today and take your event to the world. One powerful broadcast at a time.
To book, call 0705 506. Welcome back to Soul Sessions. Now we've been talking about how to cook and eat healthy. Chef Hook is with us in the studio, and as you can see, we've locomoted. We've changed situation. We're not in the kitchen, and of course, this is the activity. So I'm just going to hand over to our chef, our culinary chef, our intercontinental chef. So you're going to lead us through this activity. What do we have, and what are we making?
Okay, so we're going to be making a very quick salad.
Okay.
We have our chicken breast, which is pan-seared. Okay. We have our veggies. We have the cabbage. We have the lettuce, the carrot, and the fresh tomatoes. Okay. So we're going to be whipping something very, very fast and very, very nice. And like I said before, like this would also make us understand what calories are. Like you can see, like this, the way the veggies are, the way the chicken breast is. Funny enough, with this just what's it called? Just a cup of this has higher calories than
all of these combined. Wow.
So we're just and like we said in the like we previously said, we are also going to make it less boring. Okay. So we're going to whip up something very nice now. Okay.
All right. You go ahead. I'm just going to be watching.
So I'm going to be plating for you first.
Okay. All right.
We're going to go in first with our lettuce.
Okay. I also learned like it's good to use wooden chopping boards.
Yes. And also for chopping boards, we have different colors for different chopping boards. For different, but that's more like culinary. That's more like the culinary aspect of it.
Yes. Okay, lettuce. Cabbage.
Yes, please. So we have our carrots.
Okay. But our knife at home does not resemble your own knife.
So?
Our knife at home does not resemble your knife.
So this is part of me adding a little aesthetics to it.
Okay.
At least, and you know, food comes with a form of endorphin, so it's always good for you to also look beautiful,
Yes.
for you to attract. A little bit of our fresh tomatoes.
Okay. Big like this.
Yeah.
Oh.
We can make another plate with it very smaller.
Okay.
So. It's time for us to mix our cream.
All right. Going with some mayo.
Yep.
Okay.
So basically, why I'm doing this rewiping is to avoid the cross contamination.
Oh, okay. What's that one?
That's salad cream.
Oh, okay, okay. A little bit of oil.
Yeah.
But this is the healthy oil.
Yes, please. This is olive oil.
Okay.
And also, you know, vegetables can be dry, so most of the time we will apply a little bit of oil and the creams for you to be able to, you know, swallow it and at least not to make it boring. Water.
A little bit of water.
I think I forgot our sweet corn.
Oh.
Just whip around a little. Going with more water.
I think sometimes I also see people going with a little bit of lemon.
Yes, just a dash of lemon, just to make it slap.
Cleanup, very important. I said the cleanup is always very important.
So then we have our pancit chicken breast.
Oh, okay. So the pan-seared chicken breast, was it air fried or?
Yeah, pan-seared. That's a method of cooking.
Okay.
Where we use less oil. Then we apply, you know, like some of the rosemary.
Okay.
We apply a little bit of butter. We apply ginger and garlic just to, you know, pan-seared just to cook it.
The flavors.
So we have our Italian seasoning.
Okay.
Just a little herb. And the parsley flakes. So when it comes to cream in salad,
Yes.
with me, I usually allow people
Mix it themselves.
Yeah. So here you go.
Oh, for me?
Yes, for you.
God, I beg. Okay. So, truth be told is, I've never really been a salad person.
Okay.
which is why when you cut this tomato, I see this tomato is very big. It's looking very, very big. So you also now direct me. Am I supposed to just pour it all over?
So what you do is just take out a mix of what you want.
Okay, like a smaller portion. Okay.
And your chicken. There's a knife if you want to. If the
Cut
tomato
into
looks
smaller
too,
bits.
you can cut it out.
Okay.
And take part of your chicken, then mix with cream.
Hey, gonna be like exam. So mix a little bit of this. Do I now cut the chicken too?
You can just take one of the chicken like that, yeah? Exactly.
Okay. I cut them small. Okay. And a little bit of tomatoes. Oh, cut it smaller. Okay. Then I mix the cream.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Your choice.
All right. Let's mix. For the bagel. Why are people laughing though? Okay. Then I taste it, yeah?
Yeah. So we can tell.
Healthy and delicious.
Thank you very much.
This is good.
Thank you.
So, lettuce, cabbage,
Yep.
carrots, pan-seared chicken,
Okay, yes.
little
Pan-seared
bit of
chicken
tomatoes,
breast, yes.
chicken breast, and of course a little bit of olive oil, salad cream. I'm taking everything in. So I'm going to change. I'm going to change from today from being a non-salad eater to a salad eater.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you so much for this lovely and simple, quick, healthy meal. So just before we go, tell us one wellness advice that has worked for you so far.
Whatever you do, try and make sure you burn calories every time. Either by walking, exercising, just try and burn calories at least every day. It's very important.
Burn calories every day. Thank you so much, Chef
You're
Fern,
welcome.
for joining us today to teach us how to cook and eat healthy. I can say that, we've learned a lot. And of course, I think most of what we're taking home is very informative. So as we're buying spices, we are, being observant,
Exactly.
whether they have MSG, reduce carbonated drinks, the kind of oil we use, processed food, and of course, burn calories. Thank you so much for joining us. We're super excited that you were able to join us today on the show.
Thank you very much.
All right, so that's a
Thanks
wrap.
for having me.
Thank you. So that's a wrap on it on Soul Sessions here on Dominion Television. Remember, it is always important to eat well and, of course, mind your business and you drink your water. Okay, so until next time on the next show, we're going to have another amazing guest. And, of course, we're going to explore another angle of wellness. Till then, have a great, great day. Bye.